Hello and welcome to the TTI Distribution Download, the podcast where we talk about all things happening in the world of electronic components with the specialists of TTI.
Hi everybody and welcome to TTI's Distribution Download. With me in the studio today is Jessica Knight from Harwin. Hi Jessica, how are you doing?
Hi John, I'm doing great. Happy to be here.
Glad to have you here. Why don't you start off by just giving people a little bit of an overview of who you are and what Harwin is all about.
All right. Yeah, so I'm Jessica Knight, VP of Sales for Harwin in the U.S. And I've been with the company for going on 10 years now. I've had a lot of experience in different areas of the business, from distribution support to marketing and sales as well. During that time, I've had the opportunity to work closely with TTI and you in particular. So it's an area of my job that I definitely enjoy. But about Harwin, the real reason we're here, those who don't know Harwin as a company, we manufacture high-performance and high-reliability connectors, the associated cable assemblies, and board-level technologies designed for the most demanding applications on Earth and beyond. A global company, so we have a footprint in 132 different countries with offices and manufacturing facilities in Europe, Asia, and the Americas.
That's great. Thanks very much, Jessica. Why don't you dig in a little bit further? Tell us a little bit more about the products that Harwin makes.
So Harwin specializes in 3 different product verticals, each that solve unique design challenges. HRI, this is the product segment that includes our high reliability connector brands, all capable of withstanding extremes of temperature, shock, and vibration, designed to provide a swap advantage, or in other words, to save space and weight, all while increasing performance. BBI, this is our vertical that has very robust and durable board-to-board connector series, capable of withstanding industrial levels of shock and vibration, and really designed to address acute space constraints and ease of integration. And then the third product vertical I'll touch on is EZI, and this is our range of board solutions technologies that solve design challenges by improving EMC shielding and simplifying production processes.
Thanks for that, Jessica. And I know we're going to get into some details further along the line and in other podcasts about some of those ranges. I did hear the word swap come up, and I'm just wondering if some of our listeners are not completely sure what that means. Maybe you could give them a quick definition of what swap is.
So what swap is, it's a movement towards reducing the overall size of components, reducing the amount of weight, and increasing the overall performance. Sometimes there's a C added to the end, so swap C. The C stands for a more cost-effective solution.
So thanks for that definition of swap, Jessica. Appreciate it. And as I say, I know we'll come up and that will be discussed many times in the future, I'm sure. Getting back to Harwin as a company, and maybe just give us an overview of the markets that you guys specialize in and where you particularly focus.
So our products are ideal for a wide variety of applications, and they're used heavily in aerospace and defense, space, industrial, electric vehicle, and medical as well.
Okay, and that's a very synergistic lineup when I look at what TTI is focusing on and where we're strong. So I know why we continue to have such a great partnership together. Looking at Harwin, I know you mentioned they're a global company, but you are obviously responsible ultimately for sales in the US. So why don't you give us an overview of what Harwin in America looks like?
As a global company, the Americas have always been important to Harwin. However, in recent years, it's become more important as we've seen increased demand from the region. And this demand has been across all product ranges and around a lot of different applications. Due to this growth, we've been able to increase the level of support available in the Americas. We've been able to add more technical resources by adding jobs. We've expanded coverage with our manufacturers' representatives. And we've also been able to invest in our manufacturing facility located in Salem, New Hampshire, where we manufacture cable assemblies.
I can certainly say we've seen that difference with that added resource and the increase in the branch's involvement with the reps. It's been a really big sea change in the last couple of years, and I think we've both benefited for that. And more importantly, the customers are getting the benefits. So
exactly. We're able to offer a better support network.
So Jessica, adding that resource, and I said we've seen that benefit. We've certainly seen that increase both of our mutual growths actually in North America. What do you think has really contributed to that growth?
It's a combination of factors. Definitely steady growth of the worldwide electronic component market in general, but as well as many of our core markets expanding. And engineers in these markets really need high performance, high reliability connector technologies that Harwin specializes in. There's also reshoring, which has contributed to it, as many U.S. companies have moved to a more localized model.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, actually. I know most of the Harwin products are made either in the UK or in the US. So, I mean, for any of our listeners that don't know that, and you've got a big China plus one or onshoring strategy, then definitely think about Harwin for your future opportunities. Talking about Harwin and the technologies that you're bringing to market, can you explain to us why it is that high-tech companies are so interested in your products?
Engineers are looking for high-performance, compact, and reliable technologies. Our board-to-board and high-reliability connectors are designed to specifically meet these demands across a wide variety of markets. For example, I can explain in particular the space sector. They continue to enjoy rapid growth thanks to advances in technology and overall increased demand for satellite-based services. There's many new space, private companies focused on driving down costs and shortening the time to launch. Harwin connectors are going to optimize performance while providing the space and weight savings required. In general, the heritage that we have in the space sector has also provided the confidence engineers need when launching products into orbit. Not to mention, engineers can source our connectors quickly since they're readily available on the shelf at TTI.
Talking about the American market, and obviously we talked about space there, but generally what trends are you seeing and how is Harwin helping customers get what they need?
So we've already touched on Swap C and how that's a growing trend and becoming more and more important. So we know our engineers are faced with the difficult task of designing products with added features and increased speed, all while reducing the overall size and weight of the device. So that's exactly what our product development team is working towards, to continue to provide space and weight savings while increasing performance.
And how exactly are Harwin addressing these trends?
Yeah, by developing new products to solve these design challenges. An additional trend that I didn't hit on would be the added pressure to increase manufacturing efficiency and minimize the overall time to market, which leads to high-speed automated assembly. This presents challenges due to the importance of accuracy when many boards are densely populated and a high number of board-to-board connections are required. So what Harwin has done is we've actually released a product line called Flecto, which is our fine-pitch, lightweight, high-speed board-to-board connector range that floats. The floating mechanism is what enables the movement, which eases stress and eliminates connection issues caused by placement tolerances and solder misalignment problems.
So talk about solving customers' automated assembly and production needs. I know Harwin definitely uses a lot of automated production techniques. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about that.
Harwin has a state-of-the-art manufacturing facility that is fully automated and capable of lights-out production, vertically integrated in order to maintain the highest level of quality and availability over our product. From the very beginning of the design and development, through stamping, turning, electroplating, injection molding, all the way through assembly and packaging. Each process takes place at our factory. Harwin actually even builds the machines and the robots that in turn manufactures the product. Automation is very important to Harwin, and it's a part of our strategy moving forward.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to have been to that factory, or one of the factories in Portsmouth in the UK, and it was surprising how vertically integrated the whole process is.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it a lot, actually. So coming back to the products, coming back to North America, the markets, the customers, and how we service them, how important is distribution to Harwin over here in North America?
Yeah, distribution sales are critical for Harwin all over the world, but not the least here in the Americas. The relationship we have with TTI goes back over 20 years, and it's been particularly successful in driving our growth. Recently, we've been able to celebrate this by presenting TTI with a few distribution awards for exceptional performance against really ambitious targets. In addition to distribution in the U.S., we also have the added benefit of our network of manufacturers representatives, and they partner closely with TTI. So really, it's this relationship between Harwin, TTI, and our rep network that has enabled us to be able to provide the highest level of service to our customer base.
Yeah, and I think that's the key point here. Obviously, everything we put in place and everything we're doing together is all about servicing the customer better and getting them exactly the product they want when they want it. So,
getting them the highest level of service.
So just rounding off the first of what will be a series of podcasts between you and myself and Harwin. If we were looking forward from now and had a little crystal ball out, what would you say the future looks like for Harwin?
Right. So, we touched on the automated processes taking place at our manufacturing facility. And really, our focus is going to be to continue building the infrastructure that will allow us to capitalize on growth opportunities and scale for the future. So that means a multi-million-dollar investment in our manufacturing capacity. We're also investing in sophisticated data analytics and forecasting tools, which include AI-driven technologies, as well as ongoing development of innovative technologies that address those needs of demanding applications to make the life of our customers as easy as possible.
Well, we look forward to all of that happening over the coming years. And that will round us off for this episode. So, Jessica, thank you very much for joining us. Hopefully the listeners learned a lot about Harwin, if you didn't know Harwin already. And if you knew Harwin already, I'm sure you learned something today. So thanks very much for coming on. And look forward to talking to you again soon.
That's it for this episode of the TTI Distribution Download. For more information on any of the topics you heard about today, reach out to your nearby TTI branch at 1-800-CALL-TTI or visit us online at tti.com.